The last time we talked about DLC 5, it was something that was more so on the side of more skepticism in terms of a specific rumor. I have been and still am all aboard the hype train and belief that a DLC 5 will be coming within Black Ops 3, but the rumor that a retail copy got leaked out and somebody was able to pre-order it was kind of sketchy and a little bit fishy in some of the aspects that was brought up. However, as of recently, there might be some more information that kind of points towards that maybe being 100% legitimate. Along with the fact that somebody actually was able to pre-order it, which would have had to have been the most elaborate hoax if it was something that turned out to be fake. There's a lot of evidence that supported it, but some stuff that really kind of was an interesting little tidbit when you looked at it. Such things being 8 maps, the price tag, and of course it being in retail stores for pre-orders, despite the voice actors just having gone in and done their work with it, which is the final portion of DLC development. So therefore, we'd probably still be about at least a month out from when retail promotion starts. But bearing that in mind, something that really starts to confirm this in my mind is actually another listing that cross-references this and is nearly identical to what we saw come out of the Spanish community. Now, while once again this still should be taken probably with a grain of salt, it's something that really starts to add up even more. With all the evidence that we have thus far, these listings are kind of the coup de grace, the icing on the cake of these rumors for DLC 5, especially because they're isolated incidents that end up matching almost identically with each other. So this cross-listing of DLC 5, or Zombies Chronicles as it is called, actually came from the website Ultima.pl, which is a Polish entertainment retailer in which they sell video games, movies, all that kind of stuff that you just see in kind of like electronic entertainment. But their listing, which went live and then was removed, was nearly identical once again, with the listing of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies Chronicles, or in actual Polish, Zombie Chronicle. Now, there wasn't a whole lot listed in terms of, say, something that gave a lot more specific, but the description that was given with this alongside the listing matches way too close to what we can just dismiss from the Spanish retailer's listing. So the translation on the Polish description goes as follows. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombie Chronicles is the latest set that includes the original Call of Duty Black Ops 3 gameplay, complete with Zombie Chronicles, 8 original maps renewed for the next generation of Call of Duty. Now, if you match that up with the Spanish one that goes a full suite, which brings the original contents of Black Ops 3 and the content of Zombie Chronicles, including 8 classic maps of Treyarch Zombies remastered and all the maps including the Gobblegum function, there's some cross-referencing here that really, in 2 completely separate incidents, on 2 professional organizations and their listings for this, some of this just seems too similar to dismiss as something that's completely fake at this point. Which is rather exciting because that adds on top of already everything that we've had, from game code listings, Steam database listings, game files, comic book hints, loading screen changes, seemingly blatant clues that never got answers or resolution, and then on top of it recently, 3 different isolated incidents of voice actors spilling the beans on new work they were doing for our beloved Zombies characters in new roles and new voiceovers for upcoming content. Add all this on top of it, and it's just something that I feel this pile of evidence is too strong to just push aside and say, maybe some other day, but not today. So with that bearing in mind, where can we now see this take us? Well, of course, there's gonna be a bunch of stuff that comes out probably within the next couple of days to weeks to whenever, but we don't still have a firm, solid grasp on when we can maybe see this. Right now, there is a suggested time that June 27th is a date of contention, whether that be for public pre-orders for everybody, or if that is when the release of DLC 5 and Zombie Chronicles ends up coming out. If it is in fact the release date though, that means that we should theoretically be getting some information on this within probably about a month's time, officially confirmed to us by Activision, by Treyarch, and then the community, I think, will erupt at that point. More than likely, it might not be something that is attached to the Season Pass. It's going to be something that is additional content, because whenever you're detailing the Season Pass, it only ever describes 4 map packs. So this would be considered either a complete additional add-on or a 5th map pack in that regard. So I don't know if it would be covered by that. I would be assuming that it's not, but potentially right now, we have a very good standing that this will be coming at some point in the rather near future. Timing-wise, it works out with summer and people being out of school, college. If there's people in the working class, it doesn't really affect them all that much because their timetables never really change. But additionally, the end of June would also fit because it's in between some of the dry periods within Call of Duty. DLC 3 is probably not going to come out until right around mid-July, perhaps, maybe on the earlier end by a couple of days, but it fits that pocket of time where there's nothing really, and it's essentially a dry period for Call of Duty. So it's very possible, and these listings may in fact be correct, and by cross-referencing themselves as two isolated incidents, starts to stack up more evidence that this might in fact be the case. So that said, that's gonna wrap this one up. I wanted to let you guys know about this, a little update to this, because I think this is absolutely insane. We are getting so much stuff now pointing towards DLC 5 as Zombie Chronicles and 8 maps potentially within Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for additional content. It's just absurd. It's actually insane to think about. So I'd love to get your feedback here on this. What do you think? Do you think it's two potentially near identical misfires? That these don't actually become something that comes out in its entirety? Maybe these are just both fake hoaxes? Or do you believe that this cross-referencing, that these two completely separate things might further point the evidence towards a Zombie Chronicles within Black Ops 3? Love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. Feel free to drop whatever it may be, believe, disbelieve, whatever it may be. Drop it down there in the comments, but that is gonna wrap it up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure you drop a like rating down below. And if you guys are new to the channel and want to stay up to date with everything we have here regarding Call of Duty, not only DLC 5 information for Black Ops 3, but Call of Duty World War II, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, and everything else there may be, feel free to subscribe and stick it right here on the channel. And finally, if you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, that is the best place to get connected with me here outside of YouTube. I practically live on Twitter, so if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, link is down there in the description below. But I'll see you guys later. Thank you dudes so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. My name is Nikolai Espresso. Take care and peace.